Well, hello everyone. Those that are watching this video have been interested in doing photography. They're, let's say, interested in developing other areas of their photography. I know myself, I've done it as a hobby over the years, never took any courses, and I've enjoyed it. It's been peaceful and interesting because you have to kind of open your mind up to other possibilities. And that's kind of where what I generally do kind of kicks in. Situationally, I became interested in another form of photography, the 3D photography. It was completely accidental. Came across one of those, and I later would find out it was called Anaglyph glasses, the blue and red, traditional old school 3D photography and 3D movie based glasses. It was actually one of my children's rooms. Hey, I have my digital camera. I wonder if I can do this. The method I was using to date was basically truly use a two-image scene in which you basically would take a photograph and then you'd have to step over to the side and take your second photograph. It works. It works great on still objects. It works great on scenery, and I played with that for about a month. 2 months maybe, kind of thing, and I enjoyed it because it kind of added a whole new element. How does this look three-dimensionally, not just how the colors are, where the shading is, your lights and your darks, and the content. It's now the content has a third element, third plane, and depth, which is a challenging thing to compose your photos and think about them three-dimensionally too. It's exciting to think that way, but of course there's a limitation. Doing the side step, you can't take action shots because whatever's creating the action, you can only stop it once, and it's changed position already. The only way to resolve that would be, well, actually there's two methods. One would be you'd have to set yourself up with two cameras side by side, taking the shot at the same time, and then absolutely without question you're going to get your 3D image. And you could do live action and so forth. Now, I don't have two cameras, so necessity is sometimes its own invention. I don't know if I've used that term correctly or not, but the point is an action shot as simple as, for instance, rapids. You got a flowing stream that has a lot of rapids and so forth, and it looks really great when you're looking at it and you want to get three-dimensionally. Well, you take the two-shot approach and technically be very close, technically close. And I admit, I tried to see what it would look like, and it totally came only partially close. The fail was in that, of course, the bubbles, splashes, the things that make it, the motion itself of how it's behaving, lost. But your eyes, your brain will go, what the heck, it just doesn't feel right looking at the photo because your items, they're not lining up. This bubble was in this picture, it's on in that one, this kind of splash was there, and it's on this one, and your brain's going, okay, I'm seeing something different in one eye than the other. You have to be able to take the two separate shots with the distance all at the same time. And I really wanted to be able to do that. So, I have a solution that I worked out that actually will honestly only cost you about between $5 and $10, literally. It's crude, but it works. And the photos that were at the beginning of this video are examples of the proof that it actually works. The idea is basically you need two different perspectives, two different viewpoints. You need to do it with one shot. Basically, the idea behind it is you need two mirrors, a surface to mount your mirrors to, and your camera. Play it around. So, you know, just a mirror. I know this is not the reflective side, but honestly, it's from the dollar store. Sequins. Took all the sequins off and just used its size, but literally it's literally only like a 3" by 3" square mirror. The idea is you want to be able to have it so that when you're looking through the front of the camera, the mirrors are placed in front of the camera on a mounting surface. In my case, I had a quick look and I had a computer box I still had laying around, and it had the double ply cardboard in it, so it was about 1/4 inch thick, so it's kind of rigid enough to basically hold two mirrors in front of it. And in truth, the mirrors, which I'll show you briefly, the mirrors weren't even that large. They were like 3" by 3" little mirrors. I literally got them, honestly, at the dollar store. I started experimenting. You put the mirror in front of the camera, look through the lens, what could you see? Again, I'm using, actually, clarify, a digital SLR, so a single lens reflex camera, so whatever I'm seeing through the viewfinder is exactly what the camera sees when it's shooting. So basically what I did is I took the one mirror and I put it in the camera. Now the thing you have to think about it is you're trying to take a picture of your scene. You don't have to be facing your scene directly to get your photograph. Your single shot image will basically take your incoming light and separate it into two separate images, so you'll have a seam line right down the middle of the image. One half of the image shot will be a reflection off one mirror, and the other half is off the other one. So I took one mirror, put it in front of the camera, and I placed it at, I believe it was about a 45-degree angle. Put the mirror in front of the camera, and I looked through the viewfinder and waited till the right-hand edge of the 45-degree mirror sitting in front of my lens was about in the middle of the screen. And I found that place, marked it on with a pencil on a piece of cardboard that I cut off my the computer box I had lying around. Went out and took the other mirror and then put it and butted up against it. So yeah, so I taped them together so that they could move back and forth. I took the other mirror that was, again now attached by tape on it, and I started rotating it until I could see on the right-hand side basically the same content, the same subject was generally in the mirror. The perspectives of where these mirrors are capturing the light creates your three-dimensional image. So I taped my mirrors down on duct tape. Taped my mirrors down to the cardboard. Used the cardboard as a quick way to just locate the hole that I needed to. Basically, every camera has on the underside of it a mount surface, usually to attach to a tripod or so forth. And even with this setup, I can actually do that as well. I could actually use a tripod setup, but based on the fact that I was just wanting to experiment, I just used the standard 1/4 inch by 1 inch bolt. It was a 1/4 inch thread in the mirror for the bottom of my camera. So I bolted through the 1/4 inch thick double layered cardboard into the bottom of the camera. So my camera is literally mounted right now to the cardboard. So it's like its own setup. Trust me, it looks weird. So here I'll show you basically what I ended up getting and what it generally looks like. So as I mentioned, oh yes, this notch out. I'll get to that in a second. So I'll hold it upright. Yes, it's very crude, and I work at a company in which I could actually get a bracket actually made up. Now that I actually got something, and that's the whole thing about experimentation. It's improvement upon the original design. And the original design, honestly, you have the tools. It doesn't take much. So again, as I said, I mounted it with my 1/4 by 1 inch. It might have been actually 1/2 inch. You'll have to see for yourself how far your threading in your camera is. The female thread in the camera. So basically, as I said, 1/4 inch thick cardboard, double layered. The camera, you can see the tape, and the tape won't show up because actually when you'll be surprised. It's interesting when you look through the lens. The focus area of what the actual image where it's reflecting off the mirror is actually only in about I'm going to hypothetically guess here, a 2 to 3 inch square section within the mirror surfaces. So actually these mirrors are way bigger than they need to be, and honestly they're only like 3 inches. Like they're small mirrors. And you go and you put them in, and that, as I said, it was only like a 5-degree difference. But the 5-degree difference gives the two different perspectives of the subject that you're looking at. And looking through the viewfinder is the best way to know that you've got it right. Sorry, I forgot, the notch out. So basically what took place is the notch out, because what was happening is in this lens here, this one right here, it was getting a bit of reflection of the edge of my cardboard. Again, I didn't know what size cardboard I needed. Honestly, this is about a 4-inch wide piece of cardboard. Seriously, that was it. Those photos from the beginning of the video, absolutely done with this technique, with this camera, with that setup, under $10, and you can take action shots. And seriously, my mind just playing with the shots that I can still do now. Again, it's a $10 investment to go and get some fun 3D action pictures. I'd love to hear the results. I hope that they worked out. I'd love to see them somehow. So I'll have an email address that I'll post in below, that you can email me some of those shots. I appreciate the idea of seeing what results you get out of it, and it's absolutely 100% your pictures. Again, thank you for joining me and checking out this video. Subscribe and like and pass along to other photography friends and so forth, and have some fun. Photography with the digital age, so many possibilities out there to be able to take photos. So thank you again.